So, have you seen the new classes that's releasing like tomorrow? And hi and welcome. My name is Rusa and we're going to take a look at patch 8 for Baldur's Gate 3. So sit down, relax, and say hi to George. Okay, jokes aside. Have you read the patch notes from earlier this year about the new classes? Of course you have, but refresh your mind a little bit. But first, we will also take a look at what they released the other day, the patch notes. So, community update 33. Okay, it's not patch notes, but the community update. So, they have done the stress test, and they have done crossplay. Xbox, PlayStation, and PC players will be able to test out crossplay by either creating or joining a lobby. So that is nice for the crossplay, because it's annoying if you can't do it. Playing with mods during crossplay, will it work? 100 mods installed on that save and only include mods that are accepted on console and Mac, which are indicated by the available on Mac console tag when browsing available mods. Otherwise, a mod mismatch will be detected and you will not be able to join the host game. So you will be able to play with mods with other people, crossplay, but the mods has to be available on Mac and console. And the highlights, photo mode, that's something we're looking forward to, and the 12 new subclasses. So this, and maybe also the photo mode, I'm a little bit hyped as well. And about the gameplay, scrolls and potion inside unlocked containers in your party inventory can now be used when rolling in the dialogues. I kind of like this, because while a Shadowheart is doing something in dialogue, maybe Gale is using a scroll somewhere else, you know? It kind of makes sense to implement this change. They also fixed characters getting stuck when a pet finding via ladder that's already in use by another companion. Yeah, that is annoying when it happens. What else is interesting? Fixed an issue causing neutral NPCs to trigger combat for seemingly no reason. Well, duh. It shouldn't be an issue. Some modding fixes. I will quickly reveal the hidden stuff here as well if you haven't missed it, but Mitora, no comments on the Emperor's reveal. And the other one here is your character will no longer think Shadowheart is dead if she isn't when talking to Viconia. Characters who were in relation with Gale when he sacrificed himself in the endgame to defeat the Netherbrain will now receive a tonally appropriate red Louis Dewey letter. Okay, yes, we do deserve a Louis Dewey letter. Thank you very much. So we can expect a new animation of EFX summons and cantrips, and unique voice dialogue lines for Outbreaker Knight, with written reactivity for Outbreakers, along with a touch of homebrewing on certain actions to enhance your role-playing experience. So the first one that we have, the Bard, the College of Glamour. As a College of Glamour Bard, you will find you have the power to heal friends and command enemies in equal measure. Cast Mantle of Inspiration to bestow your allies with 5 temporary hit points, and should an enemy attack while it is cast, they'll find themselves charmed. Play your hand correctly, and you will be able to use this to your advantage with Mantle of Majesty. Target charmed enemies and you can command them to flee, move closer, freeze, drop to the ground, or drop their weapon. So how bananas isn't it that you can give like +5 health to your companions, and then you could have your enemies to drop a weapon and be sneaky about it, and you pick up their weapon. that is so fun. I can see many memes. Path of Giants for Barbarians. Opt for the Path of Giants. And your newfound giant strength will make it easier for you to yeet friend and foe alike. Forget chugging potions to pump those muscles. These barbarians benefit from the Giant Rage passive that grants both strength and size, allowing you to deal additional damage with throw attack. Pockets weighing you down? Not for you and your increased carry capacity. I'm a hoarder, so I love this. But what about, there were spells and potions that make you larger. So can you stack this? And I'm thinking, what if you go like melee and you throw stuff like a brawler? Maybe that's something. And we're getting Death Domain for Clerics. As a Cleric of Death, you will find new tricks up your sleeve, and 3 new Necromancer cantrips. This includes Toll the Dead, a cantrip that causes 1 to 8 damage when your Cleric rings the Bell of Impending Doom. A number that scales if your target has already been damaged. We also added Homebrew ability to explode nearby corpses, and that will also damage your surrounding enemies. Okay, how do we like this? Now we get the Circle of Stars for Druids. We are Starry Form for the power, Constellation of the Archer, Chalice of the Dragon. Each one favors a different playstyle and strategy. The Archer dealing radiant damage with astral arrows, and life-giving Chalice restoring hit points to you and the others nearby. And the Wise Dragon allowing you to deal damage with an added bonus to Constitution rolls. The Starry Forms after not just celestial aesthetics, but practical, powerful. Oath of the Crown for Paladins. I don't know. Circle of the Stars for Druids. I don't know. I don't get like, yes, I want this. But the Oath of the Crown, though, you've been sworn to uphold a principle of law, stay true to your oath, and you will be rewarded with the power to aid your allies and disrupt your foes. Righteous Clarity, taunt your enemies with strategic interrupts, and keep your party standing strong with Divine Allegiance, absorbing their damage while restoring their health. I've seen some people are like hyped for Lockadin, so you can lock them out from doing stuff. Arcane Archer. Okay, that's shock damage there. I like what I see. Dual Arts of Magic and Marksmanship. The Arcane Archer subclass offering unique skills on top of new shooting animation. Banish foes to the Feywild. Dealing psychic damage. Wisdom saving throw. Okay, that could be fun. Like, if you look at the animation, it looks decent. Drunken Master. I have never done like a Drunken playthrough, so I want to try this just for the shits and giggles. Maybe you guys know if they're any good. Are they overpowered? Drink from bottles and see around the Sword Coast in order to recover ki. By sharing the bottle with your enemies using Intoxicating Strike, you will generate a buff towards your armor class and your chance to hit drunk targets. Drunk enemies are also susceptible to the Drunken Master's other abilities like Sobering and Realization, which sober up the drunk targets, dealing psychic damage. Physical and psychic damage. Yeah, hitting you with the crapula. I'm a little bit intrigued by the Swarm. Swarmkeeper subclass for Ranger, with 3 kinds of deadly swarms to assist them in combat. A Cloud of Yellowfish deals extra lightning damage. Also potential to shock them. Flurry of Moths deals psychic damage. A Legion of Bees deals piercing damage and forces the enemy to make a strength saving throw. I'm Team Bees all the way, you know, they're our pollinators, so. I kind of like Cloud of Daggers, and now more Swarms, like crowd control. Maybe I misunderstood something, but I see some potential. They have bees, what's not to like? And the Swashbuckler, the rogue subclass, introduces a range of new actions fit for piratical life. Blind, disarm, and fancy footwork passive while meleeing your enemy to ensure they can't make an opportunity attack against you. Pirate roleplay, everyone. Like, respect everyone and become pirates. I could see that coming. Like, there must be like some good pirate outfits, like in game, and we could go all in like a pirate run. Would that be a fun thing to do, like pirates, and like pirate roleplay all through everything? And the shadow magic for Sorcerer gives you superior dark vision as well as the ability to shadow walk. Okay, that's nice. Dim light or darkness. Homebrewed Hound of Ill Omen to harass your foes. And use Strength of the Grave to prevent you from being downed. Ideal for those attempting other mode runs. Okay. Strength of the Grave sounds pretty good to me. But yeah, I wonder how strong the dog is. I'm a dog lover, so maybe. Warlock, Hexblade. Makes a pact with an entity from the Shadowfell that manifests in the form of magical weapons. Curse your enemies. Okay, sounds okay. Construct giant blob or already dead. Raise spirits from their corpse for 10 turns. Okay, I do love my summons. Like necromancy is a big favorite of mine. Also Spore Druid for that case. We have a Blade Singer for the Wizards. Merges swordplay with wizardry. Okay. I must say I never played a Blade Singer. But new animations, okay, I do love that. Then the game feels a little bit more newish. Grant you supernatural speed, agility, and focus, plus gives you a bonus to any constitution saving throw you make. Okay. And that's all the subclasses, but you know what? The photo mode, God, I don't understand why they haven't had this already, because there have been so many situations I have been doing some shady shit and I just want to take a photo of it. And also we are getting like frames and stuff as well. So yeah, I'm all hype. But yeah, also lens and scene settings, so we can like get rid of people that we don't want in here. So there was so much potential in the photo mode. Here's also the frames that I spoke about. So I see potential, and the stickers. Why is there like a dead corpse in here? But yeah, what is your thoughts about patch 8? Let me know down in the comments, because I'm hype. I'm really waiting, and this is releasing like tomorrow for me. So let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts? And what is your starting group? And we're gonna live stream this as well. And let me know what kind of party should we do. Thank you.